I never planned to have a wedding. Even now, if someone asks me, why do you have to have a wedding? I'm not sure I could give a clear answer. And yet, here we are, preparing for one. It has been far more difficult and complicated than I expected. I still don't fully understand why it has to be this hard. But one thing is clear. I'm surrounded by overwhelming love. My husband and I carry pieces of 4 cultures: American, Japanese, Swedish, and Korean. So our wedding does not fully belong to any one country. It has settled somewhere in between all 4. In the United States, weddings often last a full day, sometimes 2. In Japan, they continue for half a day. In Korea, most ceremonies are over within an hour. Even the way we invite people is different. In the US, Japan, and Sweden, only very close friends and family are invited. The invitation itself means you are someone truly important to us. Korea is a little different. Parents often invite more guests than the couple. The timing of invitations differs too. In the US, they are sent almost a year in advance. In Korea, usually 1 or 2 months before. In Japan, guests receive thoughtful return gifts. In Korea, return gifts are usually given only to guests who don't stay for the meal. Abroad, weddings are often held in countryside churches or in nature. In Korea, accessibility and parking space often matter more. I was raised by my grandparents, so I hoped that they could attend my wedding. But both of them are no longer available to travel by plane. That meant our wedding had to be in Korea. We asked my husband's family if they would come to Korea, and thankfully they said yes. Since they would be traveling so far from completely different cultures, I felt it was only right to respect their traditions too. Our American family will spend over 10 hours just flying, and our Swedish friends more than 15. When I think about their money, energy, their vacation days, and the love behind their decision to come, a 1-hour Korean-style ceremony simply didn't feel right. So we dreamed of something longer, a ceremony where we could stay together and truly share our hearts. In the end, we chose a small countryside venue. For our international guests, it felt natural. But for our Korean guests, it could easily feel inconvenient.
Direct train.
Direct train
No,
그냥乗り換え.
indirect.
One change? At least much.
When we try to consider one person, someone else may feel a little uncomfortable. Moments like that kept appearing. Preparing a Korean wedding while living in Sweden, communicating with guests scattered across 4 different countries has been far more complicated than I imagined. We sent invitations to our American, Swedish, and Japanese guests 8 months in advance, and still I worried it might have been too late. For our Korean guests, I felt so sorry that I couldn't share a proper meal with them and hand the invitations to them in person. I knew we couldn't satisfy everyone, but I didn't realize that even getting close to that point would be this difficult. The more I wanted to do well for the people I love, the more complicated everything felt. One day, I realized something. The beginning of all this complexity too is love. Because everyone cares, each person simply wants to celebrate our marriage in the way they believe is best. When opinions differ, it's because what we value differs, and to value something is in itself a form of sincerity. Even in moments that feel a little uncomfortable, we continue trying to understand one another. We may never become perfectly one, but we are trying to become one. And at the bottom of all of it, there has always been love, and there always will be. Lately, I feel deeply grateful that the foundation beneath us is love. We continue to love each other, to hope for each other's happiness, and to move forward towards that day, one by one.